Hi Earth Gods, Comic Brad Stine. This is your daily Brad. I'm out for a walk in my neighborhood and there's tons of Halloween decorations. Skeletons and skulls and black cats and witches and ghouls. But here's what's interesting. I noticed that they started putting out these decorations really at the end of September, but certainly at the beginning of October. There was a time in my history of my life in this nation where we did not decorate for Halloween for a whole month. We didn't celebrate death. We didn't celebrate demonic spirits. We didn't celebrate and make fun and have fun with and trivialize evil all month. What we did do is maybe a day or two before Halloween, people would gussy up their yard with bats and witches and whatnot, just a couple days ahead, gravestones and so forth, and suddenly we'd do Halloween and we'd trick or treat, and then it would be over and off we go to Thanksgiving or fall decorations, which are beautiful because they represent a season on Earth. But what it did make me do is ponder the idea of national celebrations. In other words, what happens when a nation collectively agrees on certain things? This is the great disconnect with progressives and conservatives when it comes to what America is and what it stands for. You've heard a lot in recent days that the progressives use the word democracy. We are a democracy. Well, we're not. We are a republic. Huge distinction. Matter of fact, the founding fathers said we don't want to be a democracy because a democracy means that the majority rules. Well, listen, if the majority rules and the majority are evil, they win. Wouldn't we rather have a world where the majority doesn't win, but the moral wins, the ethical win, the virtuous win? Well, the problem is, as a constitutional republic, we are a republic in that we are, in fact, representatives who represent our voice. So yeah, we do vote democratically in that we, as humans, as citizens, vote. And we also vote for representatives of us. And so that, in that regard, there's a sense of a democratic element to it. But the republic means we have representatives, and it also is a constitutional republic. Very important distinction, because the Constitution reins in those who would want to control you by majority. Now keep in mind that when people as a free agent are not interested in being controlled, they rebel. And for those who want to control, they have to stop the rebellion through violence. It's nothing new. It's happened throughout human history that violence is the way to restrain citizens if they aren't interested in following the law of the land. And the law of the land could be evil. Right now in China, they are a communist country. The law of the land is the atheist version of rule, which is the state rules. The state is, for all intents and purposes, God, and thus the state has absolute control. They hate, all communist countries hate, Christians. And they hate us because we will not let the state rule us, ever. And so they have to destroy us. They have to imprison us or kill us. It's happening all the time. Right now, in Uganda, there's a genocide against Christians by Muslims who said, oh, the Christians aren't going to bow the knee to us. They die. This has been the case in all history. If you look at the religions or the philosophies that could not persuade the people, they killed them. They locked them up. They destroyed them. So we are now a country that celebrates Halloween as equally worthy of decorations as Christmas or Thanksgiving or even 4th of July. What does that tell us about America? I know some of you think it's just for fun. I'm saying it's more. Comment below and tell me what you think about what it means if Americans think Halloween is worthy of a month of celebration. This is God the Comic Brad. Sign. This is your Daily Brad.